Okay, they're saying there's no earthquake, there's no electric in parts of Mexico.
The Associated Press at a nearby market off that main
There's a nearby market.
A worker in a hard hat walked around outside of the building, warning people not to smoke as they were smelling cooking gas in the air. Market stall vendor, one of them told Associated Press that she'd been in a taxi a few blocks away.
The sun Cmes.
She said she saw glass bursting out of some of the buildings.
The sunspot cycle. We were warned about this. Dabu has a reporting telling us this was going to happen. Dabu 7 was warning about earthquakes hitting the earth this week.
Broadcasting images of this. The United States Geological
BP Earthwatch and Paul Begley.
This earthquake struck central Mexico as a magnitude 7.1
so
near the town of Redondo, which is about 76 miles south and east of Mexico City. So the center of this was not in Mexico City, but the first pictures we're getting are from Mexico City.
Yeah, because it's the biggest city.
From 76 miles to the southeast, where Rebasso is, and that's where the center of this earthquake was. Mexico's seismological agency calculated at a preliminary magnitude of 6.8, but the United States
6.8, 7.1
says it was a 7.1. Trace Gallagher, our resident earthquake expert, is bringing in new information from our news hub in Los Angeles. Trace?
The buildings are swaying. That's not me moving the phone.
Earthquake, there were many people actually involved in earthquake drills because today, as you may have referenced, is the anniversary, the 32nd anniversary of one of the worst earthquakes to ever hit Mexico. It was in Mexico City. That earthquake was
32 years ago today.
But it killed upwards of 5,000. Some estimates say as many as 20,000 people.
They were having earthquake drills while this was going down?
South of Mexico City proper. But it was about 34 miles deep, a very deep earthquake, meaning the effects are felt much further away. Remember the rule, shallow earthquakes, the destruction is vast where it hits. Deep earthquakes, the destruction is kind of spread out because the waves reverberate. It should be noted that Mexico City has 20 million people in the greater Mexico City area.
20 million people.
It's one of the biggest cities in the world.
We were told about the coronal mass ejections last week.
Big-time damage in earthquakes is because most of the city was built on a lake bed, meaning that they have this thing called liquefaction. So we
were told about these coronal mass ejections cause these earthquakes whenever they happen.
Water and the buildings kind of crumple in. Not all the
sun activity reflects on the Earth's activity.
Parts that are, you can imagine the damage that is in those areas. The initial pictures we're seeing now are
earthquakes in diverse places. Matthew chapter 25.
Areas are probably going to take a little longer to get to, but it's the surrounding areas where the poor people are. And if you've been to Mexico City, you realize there are very much two classes of people, the rich and the poor. And the poor, even though the earthquake standards and structures have come a long way in those 32 years, they're still in very dilapidated buildings. So you would expect the damage in the outlying areas to be much more severe than the downtown area show.
Trace Gallagher live from Los Angeles. Further updates from Mexico City and surrounding areas after this powerful 7.1 earthquake has struck Mexico City in the past half hour. But breaking news domestically, if we have to, we'll wipe you off the map. That